I know all these sounds are annoying, but I don't want this video to be a perfect video. I just want you to show how hard this work was, how hard it was to come to this point. And all the sounds you're listening to, disturbing and annoying sounds, make the message less powerful. As all what I tried to perceive came to me less powerful, filtered. So somehow I can translate with this simulation or emulation how it was to reach, I don't know if I call it the next level or something like that. So this first story, a question about what this means when I say you are what you don't know. This first story is about a professor, a guy who teaches something. You know what you know. I mean, if you have been teaching something for 25 years or 30 years, you mostly use the same book, even if the book changes. I mean, it's always the same message. Rarely things change when you teach, very rarely. Innovation, new ideas. Now, the books are only one book. It changes shape, it has better or worse letters, it has more or less photos, it has better references or worse references, whatever. But the context, the topic, it's always the same. The answers or what somebody has to learn is always the same. There are little changes. So this story is about a professor who sees a student and reviews the work of the student, or like makes an exam and then reviews the work with the student. And the student is a 12 years old girl. And she fails the exam. And the professor wants to know what happened. So this is the conversation between the professor and the girl. And when the professor asks the girl to describe the 4 principal tastes that are in the world. So tastes of flavors, let's say sweet, salty, or acid, or sour and sour. Is it sour? That's the question. Is it acid? Acid, of course it is. Acid won't be any problem. Is it sweet? Yeah, we all know what sweet means. There's no doubt what a good tablet of chocolate can do in us, in our mouth. Now, is it bitter? Is it bitter? Yes, it is. So it's bitter, acid, sour, sweet, and salty. And we all can evoke this taste in our mouth, on our tongue. We don't need to really taste it. There's some chemical reaction that seems to give us the taste again on the tongue. It's very interesting. So the girl fails, and she puts not 4 tastes, she puts 5. And the professor is looking at the exam and looking at the girl and is trying to figure out what happened. So he asks her if she could describe all these flavors or tastes, and she does. She starts with salty, and then she finishes with the fifth one, and the professor is shaking his head because, I mean, what fifth one? We all know it's 4. All the books the professor has got at his home feature 4. But the girl wrote 5. And the professor says, listen, give me a break. I mean, why do you think that this taste you have written down, from where does it come from? And the girl says, from the book. The professor says, what do you mean, from the book? And the girl says, yes, from the book. What book? Asked the professor. And she says, your book, the school book, here. And she takes out the book out of the school bag and puts it on the table. And the professor looks at the book and the girl, and he thinks, what do I have to do now? Because, I mean, hallucinations, the professor is thinking about calling the parents, like how can he explain it? And, I mean, he doesn't want to open the book because, I mean, we all know what will happen. That's 4 tastes. That's it. 4, not 5. I mean, sometimes people run into their destruction, and the professor doesn't want to see that with that girl. He likes her very much. He's a good student. It's a nice girl. It's a fighter. It's just not fair. It's not the moment. He thinks whatever has happened, I mean, she shouldn't insist. And she opens the book. She opens the book and she turns it around. She opens the book right on the page of the tastes, and and the professor's looking at the girl. He's not looking down at the book, and he's just waiting for something to help him to say, "Oh, now how?" And then she insists with her finger. She says, "Look here, here." And the professor looks down, and there's a 5th taste. It's called umami. Umami. The same word the girl had written down in her exam. Umami. I mean, you listen to salty, sweet, sour, bitter, whatever. I mean, acid. But then comes umami. It's completely out of this world. The 5th taste of flavor. In a book the professor knows 25 years ago, since 25 years or more. He looks at the word and he knows exactly what has happened. He smiles. He looks at the girl. He changes the mark on the exam. He thanks the girl. The girl is very happy, a little bit surprised. She goes out of the room. The professor takes the notes and all the things he has got on his table, on his desk, puts them into the drawer, drives home, and looks at all the umami references that all of a sudden are in internet. He looks up his books in his library, his personal library of how do you call them? School books, you know. He has them in several languages, and you know, The poor guy. All of the books have now five flavors. Umami. Since 1908. Since 1908, umami is taught to everybody. But we, because we are like the professor, we have never learned about umami. I mean, the professor knows. He knows. He's laughing. He's laughing. He really is laughing. He knows it. He knows that this was a slap in the face. This is one of these fantastic, incredible effects, changes that occur without any scientific explanation possible. At least not with the science we are handling. He knows it. He knows it. He knows it. He recognizes it. As you will recognize it now. Go and look for umami. 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 Umami, mami, blue. Yeah. Umami. One word. One M. Umami. Sorry, it would be umamai in English. So last letter is an I. Sorry, umamai, mummy. But it's mummy. You say mummy too. You don't say mamai. Say mummy. Umami. The Mandela effect. This is a Mandela effect for all of you. Ask whoever you want. Nobody knows about umami. Only the books are full of umami. Only internet is full of umami. But nobody knows about the 5 flavors. Wikipedia has 5 flavors now too. Now, this is one part of the story. It's umami. This is one of the steps that moves us to understanding what that means when I say, you are, but you don't know. And I hope you enjoyed it. Umami for all. Umami.